Our next guests are shining a light on the many unpredictable and often surprising ways in which data surveillance, AI, and the constant presence of algorithms impact our culture and society. Aram Sinnreich and Gilbert join us now to discuss their book, The Secret Life of Data, Navigating Hype and Uncertainty in the Age of Algorithmic Digital Surveillance. Try to say that 3 times fast. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Aram, let's start with you. Just give us a sense, because data is a really broad term. So what kind of data collection are we talking about?
Well, it's not just about smartphones. It's about everything we do in our lives. When you wake up in the morning and your networked coffee machine makes you a cup of coffee, and then you go to work and you swipe your pass to get into the building, and then you go to the bodega and you scan your handprint to buy a cup of coffee, all of those produce data, and all of those data get fed into databases that track us and build profiles of us. And
Jesse, how could this be used in a nefarious way?
Well, I think that there's many ways that it can be used. I think obviously we have the identity theft aspects of it, but also it's the aggregation of the data and what will happen to the data in the future, right? So we have the first order consequences of the immediate use case, but we also are storing the data at unprecedented rates, and there's no telling what business model or law enforcement initiative may be applied to that data in the future.
It sounds scary. Is there any upside to all of our data being collected?
Oh, sure. There are incredible upsides. I mean, there are medical breakthroughs. There are solutions to climate change. There are new approaches to organizing people and living more happily together that we can use data to accomplish. The question is whether we can do it without also kind of undermining all of those benefits by creating a surveillance society that none of us can escape.
And let's talk about the specific product, the Roomba. You guys give that example in your book, for example. How does Amazon, let's say, benefit from getting a map of your house?
Well, I think obviously there's the immediate, again, use case where mapping your space is going to help the Roomba clean it better, right? So that's the way that they get in the door. But knowing who's in your house, what kind of activity is happening in your house, who is coming and going, how many people are in the household. All of those are valuable business intelligence that Amazon can use. And as you may know, Amazon has also recently acquired a healthcare startup. So this may actually apply to certain assessments of our lifestyle, how active we are. This has implications not just for the immediate healthcare, but also for insurers. Becomes a product that Amazon can sell.
I would say, in particular, it seems like older people are really concerned about what all of this means and who's collecting and Big Brother is watching. And it's not like throwing away your cell phone is a viable option. And so what would you recommend that people can do to make sure that at least there's a layer of protection?
So for people who are not tech savvy and people who are not connected to policymakers on Capitol Hill, the best thing that you can do is to develop trust relationships with your friends. So when you go to their house, and if you don't want to be recorded by their Alexa device, you should say to them, please unplug your Alexa while I'm here. I don't feel comfortable with my data being collected. And the more we normalize that, the way that we normalize, say, taking off your shoes when you walk in the door or washing your hands after you use the bathroom, the more we can trust one another to be kind and not to be fellow agents in surveillance.
Do you both unplug Alexa? You have Alexa?
I don't have an Alexa.
Neither of us have it.
Because of that reason?
Yeah, that's right.
Writing this book was pretty hard because we got very paranoid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go home and unplug it. All right, guys. Thank you both so much for coming on the show. I want to let our viewers know The Secret Life of Data, Navigating Hype and Uncertainty in the Age of Algorithmic Digital Surveillance is now available wherever books are sold.